gonna do a live stream on the main channel, but I didn't feel like it because there's nothing really going on. So I said, let me go over to the DeFi channel and talk some DeFi. But mostly flow, because that's really all I care about right now. Well, today. Started out with about, started out with flow at 4 TRX, I think. We good? What's up, everybody? What's up, Obio? It's gonna be hard to do this. What's up, Carl? What's good? Is the audio good? Look at the chat, because, I don't want to die. It's raining. It sounds weird. What? How does it sound weird, man? Hollow. So yeah, I got in the flow with like 4 TRX. It might sound weird because y'all used to hear me on my main channel. Maybe that's why it sounds weird. Y'all used to hear that nice mic on my main channel. Man, this rain is trash, bro. And it just kept going up. I didn't start talking about flow until it was like 6 TRX. I think I might have put a total of 30,000 into flow, maybe that much. And now I have $219,000 locked. TVL, total value locked in flow. That means I'm getting a minimum $2,190 a day. And last night I noticed something because my team is starting to expand, especially my lower tier team. And I'm not even really trying, yo. I'm not even, like I said, I'm gonna play it safe this go around because this does have, BitConnect vibes as far as the referral system stuff goes. I'm gonna play it slow. I'm gonna talk about I'm gonna do the same thing, which is talk about my journey with it. But I'm not gonna be so in your face with this. I'm just gonna do maybe one video on it a week, because I don't really need to pump it, like I was trying to get rich, with BitConnect. With this, I'm not really trying to get rich, man. And it's slowly starting to snowball. And one thing I noticed last night, hit the like button while y'all here. One thing I noticed last night, when it dipped down to 36, from being up to like 38, 39 TRX, it dipped down to 36. I noticed that my referral slowed down on the dip. That's because most people were scared to buy or roll. You know what I'm saying? So people are scared. I'm like, this is interesting to see the actual market dynamics of it, because when it's going up, shit is pumping. It's going crazy, But when it started to go down, nobody was snatching them up, and then the dip is over. Now it's back. I mean, last time I checked, it was like 38 TRX. Maybe somebody in the chat will let us know. And now the dip is over. It's in my Telegram today. Marco's got in crypto. Marco was talking about talking about how he's gonna get in the flow when it dips. I'm like, nigga, it dipped last night. You know, I think it might enter a downtrend. One day, and that'll just give people an opportunity to get in for cheaper TRX value. Oh, not today. What's today? Wednesday. Okay, yeah. Good. We good. Excuse me while I cross the street. See what's up to the chat while I wait. I miss flow. Yeah, that's the wrong kind of mentality to have, man. You're gonna miss everything if you think you missed everything. We can't cash out. Who needs to cash out, man? Like that's the type of mentality that's gonna keep you poor. Trying to cash out all the time, cashing out on everything. Set you up an income stream. You see where I'm at right now? I'm pulling up to the bank, nigga. I'm at the bank, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't need $219,000. What I'm gonna do with it? Buy a house? You know what I'm saying? I want the income. Income. Cash what? Flow. I want the cash flow. So yeah, you can do what you want to do. But I'm gonna build up my flow. You know what I'm saying? Like it's pretty obvious. You build up your flow. You roll, you always claim, and that way you always have something in flow. You don't just withdraw from it because it's gonna end for you. So I'm gonna stick to my strategy, which is going great, which is rolling when I get home. I'm gonna roll when I get home. I hate this is what I hate about YouTube streams. How you know what I'm saying? I hate that shit. I'm gonna roll when I get home, claim before I go to bed. You know, I might start making that roll window, that roll part of the pie from the clock bigger because I'm claiming too much. And the more I claim, actually, like the worse off I am long term because I see my net deposit, my net deposits is starting to shrink. Like, and I want to be net. I want to be net positive so I can get those airdrops from BT because he's my upline. So I want to get those airdrops from him, and the only way you can get airdrops is to stay positive. So I need to start claiming less, rolling more, and depositing more. And I'm thinking about, I don't know, if it wasn't for Tron, I would be more inclined to swap out ETH for Tron to go in. But now I'm still doing what I was doing, buying Banker X with like, I'm spending like 3,000 TRX. That's what I usually have left. Now I got like 58,000 from Tucanair. Yo, appreciate that, Stan. Um, yeah, that's it. Income stream, man. Income streams, man. Like cashing out, you're gonna eventually go broke, man, because you're gonna eventually make the wrong move. You know what I'm saying? If you've been following me, what I do is I do not go big lumps into things. I like I let I have my portfolio, right? And then I have my play bags that I build up. Like right now I'm building up a play bag of Bitcoin. It's at like 1.4 BTC now from Flow. And whenever something else comes around, I won't even put all of that. I'll probably just take some of that and put it in. Or I'll just use Flow to go in. Like another thing I'm thinking about doing is using Flow to go into Wise, but I'm like, nah, it's not better. It's not better than Flow. If it's not better than Flow or better than Hex, I'm not even gonna, there's no point in even doing that. But let me answer Stan. Stan asked, can I still make money in Bankroll if I join today? Most likely. I mean, that's been the story so far. Every day, it feels like it's probably too late to get in the flow. That's been the story. It feels like it's too late to get in the flow, but it hasn't been. It's actually always been early this entire time. Even at like 10, when it was like 10 TRX, I was like, oh man, buying some more Banker X here. I kept on doing it. I don't know. I kept doing it. So I would say slowly get in. Slowly buy and roll. You have a high chance of doing good. I'll say you have a high chance of doing good if you have the right mindset. You can't have the mindset of you know, lump sum. It's about building up a cash flow. Oh shit, I'm not even ready. Where my mute button at? All right. What's good, Andre? Yeah, there's a tutorial in the description. I did a really good, one of the greatest bankroll flow tutorials you'll ever find. Um, it's the first link in the description, and my link is in the description as well. So do your own research. Make sure you understand like all that liquidity that's locked up. Understand how that got there. Understand swap X. But yeah, bankroll flow, it's looking good. It's like even in the dip, like for me where I'm at right now, I'm just speaking for me. Even if it does start to go down, I'm still gonna be satisfied. It could cut itself in half, and I'm still gonna be like, thanks, I'll take it, and I'll keep on doing the exact same thing. You just have to be active. If you're not active, you're going to eventually. The flow is gonna end for you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta participate. And that's great for someone like me who's active, who's always on, who has a routine every morning. You know, I watched Banker go from 4 to 29 TRX and didn't buy. Finally pulled the trigger on the dip to 24. Right now you're good, especially if you're rolling. You know, it is risky. I'm not gonna say it's not risky. I want people to know that bankroll flow is risky, but I mean, do what you want to do. This is just me. I think I can get to a million TVL in there. Uh, so yeah, do your own research. This is just me. I think I can get to a million. If I get to a million, I don't. The strange part becomes where people like me get to a huge amount. When I get to a huge amount, that's when I will say it might be too late. But I don't think I'm at a huge amount yet. And even then, all right, you're all set. All right, thanks. Have a great one. You too. Thank you. All right, first bank run done. Um, even then, because I might be one of the biggest accounts next to BT's account, I might be one of the biggest accounts in flow. So it's really going to depend on that liquidity. And we know, and you see the liquidity. So unlike Big Connect, you couldn't see you could see the orders, but you couldn't see the liquidity or how much was there. With flow, you can look at it and see how much is there. And really mean all you got to do is start promoting stockpile. Start promoting stockpile and stronghold. Those are great APYs. Last I checked, stockpile had if you scared about flow, go on the stockpile, go on the stronghold. The APYs aren't as good, but they're still up there like 200. Stockpile is like 300%. Maybe I'll do a video on that. and that'll help flow once those become more attractive. So it's great that it's on a blockchain so you can actually see the liquidity, though. You know, 6,000 in. That's what's up. Stronghold's killing it. Yeah, Stronghold. I'm in Stronghold Light now. What I kind of want to do is start what I did in the beginning. Actually, I was getting out of when I was claim on flow. I would go in the stockpile, and that's how I built. I got like 11,000 in stockpile. That could be bigger. I barely have 1,000 in Stronghold because the APY was so weak. But now itself, I'm like, yeah, I kind of want to get in there now. So probably gonna start taking some of that TRX that I get from Flow, from claiming out of Flow, and putting it into Stronghold. So yeah, I'm getting like overnight when I go to sleep after I claim, I wake up to like 1,000 Banker X that I can from myself, and then like another 1,000 from referrals. And not, then I roll most of it. Well, actually, I claim it and then I put most of it back, and I keep some for the giveaway on Saturday. So my giveaway should be pretty fat. My giveaways should get bigger and bigger for my direct. So this weekend I'm gonna do um a airdrop to people who have at least 5 downlines, and the downlines have to have deposits. So if the downlines don't have deposits, you can't just make wallets and you can't just make wallets and trying to fund yourself to get the 5. I mean, to get the 5 and think you're gonna get the airdrop. They have to actually be depositing. Um, so I'm gonna do one for those, and then after that, I'll probably do one next weekend. I'll probably do one for everybody. Everybody that's got at least 500 Banker X in. I'll do an airdrop for those folks. Yeah, man. Flow is dope. Flow is one of those things that I hope lasts forever. You know what I'm saying? I hope it lasts forever. I hope the liquidity stays, keeps growing. It's been growing too. Like last I checked, it was like 80 million TRX in there. You know, it's always growing. As long as that number is growing, it's it's good. I would check on that number. Like that's the number you want to see growing. I mean, you want to see all the numbers growing, but you want to see that liquidity. You want to see that liquidity growing. All these people talking about hyper compounding, and that has like its pluses and its minuses. Like if everybody hyper compounds, that liquidity is gonna disappear once everybody starts selling. So liquidity has to grow. You know, but at the same time though, like it's not a forever type of thing because a year from now, I remember the first thing BC said to me. One of the first things he said to me about flow was, if I can get 3 months, 3 months. I think he said something. I don't know what he was really referring to. He talks and kind of like blurts out. He doesn't really say the complete thought when he's typing. But he was like, I think 3 months is good. Like, I don't know if he meant like 3 months of it doing well or whatever, but like he made it sound like if it goes for 3 months, goes good for 3 months, it will be like it'll be launched. So because after a year, your deposits start to shrivel up. Like they start to cancel, and especially if you didn't roll. So a year from now, or 11 months from now, I'm gonna be at a spot where my deposits are going to be rotating out. So my first deposit that I made is going to end in about 11 months, and that's probably going to be one of my biggest deposits because Banker X was cheap, and then over time they'll get smaller and smaller. So it's going to be interesting how I think. Okay, so you need 100 days to ROI, right? So you're still good. Like it's still a good time to get in because I mean, even if I'm still trying to wrap my head around how this will play out, like how it could go bad. The way it could go bad is if BT starts selling Banker X and he just takes all the liquidity, which I don't think he's going to do. Because I think he's the biggest player. I think I'm the second biggest player. I think there might be maybe a few people that got more TVL than me, but I don't think as many. So I'm going to help it because I'm not tripping. I'm not trying to drain it. You know what I'm saying? So because if I was, I'd just be claiming, but I'm not even doing that. And I'm not even when I claim, I'm not even selling all the Banker X. I'm keeping some, and I've even stopped selling all of it. I've even started claiming and then putting some of it back, and then putting some aside for the giveaway, and then taking my little piece. I'm not even really taking advantage of it like I should be. If I was anonymous and not like in the public eye. Um, but I'm interested to see what happens a year later when I think it might go through a spiral. Maybe a few months from now, it might start going into a downtrend with all that sell pressure. But once people's deposits start drying up and they gotta re-up, it's gonna go in cycles. You know what I'm saying? I think it's going through that first wave of up, 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 and it's gonna be a long down. And I think if you roll, you know what? The move might be rolling through that down. Rolling and buying. That's probably gonna be the best play always. Is just rolling, buying, claim. Roll. Don't worry about what the price is. Just roll, buy, claim. Roll, buy. Especially once your deposits start drying up. See, everybody's not really. I'm just talking to myself. I'm barely even live streaming. I'm not trying to convince anybody. I'm just talking myself through this. Most people aren't thinking about how it completely works. Your every roll and every deposit lasts for 1 year. You get 1% of that. So it's not like I'm gonna forever have these 200,000 Banker X. If I roll, I will. But a lot of people aren't gonna play a lot. You know what else a lot of people aren't gonna be able to do? They're not gonna be able to keep up. They're not gonna. Some days they're gonna forget to roll. I did it. My wife has an account. She forgets to roll sometimes. She wakes up. She's like, I forgot to roll. Some people. She set an alarm. I don't set an alarm because I'm in this thing. So I'm not really. I ain't gonna forget about my flow and stuff. I ain't gonna forget about my crypto. But a lot of people are gonna forget. They're gonna forget to roll. And every day you forget to roll, that's one day where you're fucked. You know. So it's a lot of it's dope, man. The most important piece is that liquidity. If he can figure out one more incentive for stockpile, like keep people, even if he could, what's crazy, man, stockpile will fuck around and get more attractive when flow starts going down. Stockpile will get attractive. Stockpile will get attractive, and when stockpile gets attractive, that's gonna build the liquidity up, right? And then when the liquidity gets built up, flow Banker X price is gonna turn around, and then flow gonna get attractive again, and then after that's gonna. I think it's one of those things where we go through this all the time with stuff like always it feels like this thing is the thing. This is the thing. This is always the thing, right? And to be fair, all of the bankroll contracts do still exist. You can still use them. Daily Plus, I'm still in that. I'm still in Daily Plus collecting my TRX every day. If I would have rolled in that, I would have made a killing, but I didn't. I think it comes down to actually playing the game right, and not being too greedy. You Feel me? Hit the damn like button if you're in here. What up, bruh? Crypto, bruh. Big Connect surely didn't help me. Where Pacey at? Um, so yeah, we go through this all the time where, yo, this is the one right here. This is the one. But I'm feeling like the way flow works, like I'm gonna keep on saying, that liquidity stockpile is the true answer. Stockpile and stronghold. I'm not sure how stronghold affects Banker X, but I think it does. But stockpile and stronghold are the key to Bankroll Flow going forever. If we can see a cycle where Banker X goes through a down cycle and then the liquidity is still there, still intact, with millions still in there, it might be a go. This might be the one that you can put your kids on, your grandkids on. And I think that's what we're getting in crypto, period. Like, we got Hex. Hex is one of those things where, as long as, like for everything, as long as there's liquidity, it might go forever, man. These might be the forever contracts where you can get in them. I mean, even the hourglasses, you can still technically get in them, and probably ROI if you stay in there long enough. But being that it pays out 1%, even if it starts to go down, if Banker X starts to go down in price, you might just be getting less than that 1% a day, because you're getting your 1% is based on the Banker X. So if you're doing a USD value, if Banker X starts to get down, maybe you're getting 0.5% a day. That's still pretty good. 0.2% a day. That's still pretty good. So it's all about perspective. So I'm excited about Bankroll Flow, man. I'm feeling good, but like I'm gonna keep on ending. The end of the statement, the end of the thought process for Flow is, as long as that stockpile keeps doing, as long as that remains attractive and can remain incentivized, Flow might go forever. Glad you got in that 6TRX. I'm glad you got in 6TRX too, man. I mean, we got somebody in here that was, who was that, Oba? He was talking about how he got in at the dip at 24. Probably thought he was buying the top. It dipped to 36 last night. What's it at now? It was at 38 earlier this morning. So we're going to see. I'm behind a garbage truck, man. It's trash, literally. 38.39, yeah. It makes these stair steps. Like, it goes up to a level and it hangs out there and it explodes. And it hangs out there and it explodes. Like, the longer it stays at like this range right here, it's actually the better. And then it's created so many people that are having a good experience that they go out and they preach it. And Bankroll talked about that too. Like, you have to give people a good experience, because when they have a good experience, they go tell more people. And then you have to give those new people a good experience, and just keep on having a good experience, And then you have your community, your cult. That's what Hex has. They have a whole bunch of people in profit who are diehards. And when I peek in Bank Teller, every time I go in Bankroll Telegram, it's more and more people in there. It's more and more active because they're getting more and more into it. Capture the Asian market? Yeah, might have. I haven't seen too many. I mean, I haven't really looked though. But yeah, I have seen like the Bankroll, Bankroll, Bankroll. I seen that video of them dudes, the dudes in, I guess, in Cambodia or somewhere. They was having a meeting. I mean, these are MLM, scam promoters, but you know, but it's good for flow. You know, I'm not in it. You know, they might be like on some, you know, get in and withdraw, withdraw, withdraw. It's not. They're not big money either. And I mean, big money isn't really gonna. I don't see big money really getting into flow because most people are gonna stay away from stuff like flow. You know, they've seen it 1,000 times. You know, and then when they do finally get into it, it's gonna be the Banker X. You know, I think Banker X is really small still. It's only 23,000. I mean, TRX chain had hundreds of thousands, and it was a straight up Ponzi. So, well, it's like 25,000 people in flow now. It's getting like 1,000 users a day. Um, it's dope, man. I'm trying to think. Do I want to stop and give me something to eat or not? 25,000, yeah. First honest MLM due to contract, yeah. That's a cool way to look at it. You know, it's straight up honest. You know where all the money is. You know if you're gonna sell, where you can see how much there is for you to sell. You know, I think stockpile needs to be marketed to whales. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to market stockpile to whales. Ah, damn, that's my exit. Cause that liquidity has to grow. It's growing though. Um, anybody can check SwapX and see how much TRX is in liquidity and report back. Stockpile stronghold, man. They are great. The APYs are just under flow. They're just under what flow is. I know stockpile might be higher. No, stockpile was like 200 or something last I checked. Stronghold got a boost. BT said he's adding Bitcoin and Ethereum for when you go into flow. It's gonna buy Bitcoin and Ethereum. I don't know. I still don't get how this gonna work. I'm gonna hit him up today and ask him how this gonna work. Now that's the Banker X. How much TRX? That's what's important. I don't really. How much Banker X is in the liquidity pool is pretty irrelevant because there'll always be some Banker X that you can buy. How much TRX is in the pool? That's what's important. 92 million TRX. Shut the fuck up. Shut the hell. Close. Shut the front door. It was like 83 or 85 yesterday. See what? Now what that means is there are more buyers. There's more Banker X being bought than there is Banker X being sold, and that's great. Perfect. I don't like going through this bank drive-through because they have the camera, like they have the screen if you talk to the person on the screen, and that is really cringy. We're gonna do it. 92 million. Oh, let me make sure. 92 million TRX. That is wild, bro. Yeah, you know how you eat something good and your stomach starts tingling like, yo, man, I'm good, bro. I'm good. That's how I'm feeling. All right, let's talk to this lady at this window, at this on this computer screen. This is the new normal. Let me get my shit ready. Yo, I hate when they put my card in the packet, yo. That shit scares the hell out of me. Oh, them Hondas. Nah, just 20s. Set up here. Right. Paying on this car I'm driving in. This liability. I got it. take this out of here. Now, do I call her, or does she show up on the thing? What happens after 365 days in flow? Do we get TRS back? Do we only get from claiming? I got you in a second. 1 second. Yes. Actually, there's a tutorial in the description you can watch.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi. I would like to pay on my loan. Oh, damn, I want to mute. So yeah, there's a tutorial in the description that explain flow really good.
Well,
sorry.
Right?
Yeah, okay. Yo, I'm about to cut this lady out just now, yo. It's the color.
Oh, I'm going to fix the withdrawal slip. Go ahead and send that in, and I'll send it to you.
All right. I wish I could have heard that. It's the color of the card. I'm about to snap on this lady, yo. I'm like, yo. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
So let's tell you what happened. I gave her the wrong debit card. The debit card kept the same color. She's like, you can't pay your loan with a debit card. I'm like, yo, I've been doing it like this entire time. And she's like, you can't do that. I'm like, I've been doing it like
Sign that for me, Trayvon. I'll get it.
All right. I feel bad, but she get it because it's the same color. I'm like, yo, you telling me I'm lying? You saying I'm lying? I ain't been doing this whole time? Oh, just lying, okay. Snap, yo. Oh, look. I'm like, you saying I'm lying? You saying I ain't been paying my shit with this card this whole time? Like, we can't take a debit card. I'm like, that's my PNC card, right? She's like, and then she said, yeah. And I said, that's a PNC. I said, this PNC Bank? She said, yeah. I said, that's a PNC debit card? And she was like, no, BB&T. I was like, oh, that's what it is. Yo, that was hilarious and fucked up. But both of the cars are yellow. All right, let me get back to
Trayvon, I'm going to send you the balance to the account.
Okay. That's it?
That's the balance on the account, so I don't have the funds.
Oh. money's right here.
All right now.
I'm gonna get it right.
Really just messed with me today, aren't you?
Yeah. Bro, I ain't even smoking, man. I ain't even smoking, yo. It's y'all. She like, I need to bounce. I'm seeing the bounce on the account. It's like $1. I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh, the money. I took the money from that bank. That's what I do. All right, let's get it. Where we at? Two can flow. Yeah, check out that. Do your own research, but that video does explain it. DeFi Malik, appreciate it, bro. You didn't have to do that. Thanks for telling me about Flow, man. Yeah, check it out, man. Pay off that whip. Nah, man, I like picking away at it. I'm cool with picking away. I'll pick away at it. I'll pick away at it. You know who I watched though? I watched Bandman Kevo last night, and he's talking about how he rents out his car. I'm like, But where I'm at, man, ain't nobody renting out no cars, man. But I could rent this out right here.
There you go. Have a good day.
All right, you see. All right, we out of here. Finally. But yeah, man, I would do something like that. Get a Lambo, rent it out. But I would have to live somewhere like Florida or somewhere like Miami. So I ain't gonna never rent it out. Ain't nobody gonna be able to afford it. Yeah, I like Bam. He humble about it. What's good, J Money? Yeah, I'd be nervous about renting my car out though. But yeah, so how much is 92? It's 92 million TRX in flow right now, man. Damn, it got hot quick. Sun came out. Out came the sun and tried to pull the rain. $92 million TRX. That's that cushion. That cushion being built for all those sellers. You know, dope. How long Flow gonna last? Flow will always exist. You will always be able to deposit some Banker X into Flow and get 1% of that. He should change deposit and change that word on the site and make it say burn, because that's what you're really doing. You will always be able to take some Banker X, burn it, and get 1% back for 365 days. That will always work. As long as the Tron blockchain is producing blocks, it will always do that. I should go ahead and let me go ahead and pay my tax, man. Let me go ahead and pay my tax on the crib, man. I don't feel like it, but let me go ahead and slide through, pay the tax. You know what though? You my favorite accident. My car doesn't work here. That's a good excuse. I got 10 more days. Actually, I got 5 more days. My card always gets declined here when I try and so I'll have to go to the ATM and then pay it. So we're gonna skip that. We're gonna put that off one more day. Yeah, RY is 100 days. RY on your Banker X. You have to be clear. You don't have to be clear, but you have to know what you're. right, yeah, go that way. That's the easiest way for both of us for you to do that. People just be trying to be assholes, man. Um, you get in 100 days, you'll get the amount of Banker X. 100 days of claiming, you'll get that same amount of Banker X back. You know what that Banker X is gonna be worth? Could be worth more. Could be worth less. But yeah, 100 days. Now, also, what could end Bankroll Flow is the Swap X liquidity, but that would take a really big whale, you know. And over time, I mean, that's what I'm saying. But 365 days, your deposits start to dry up. So you can't. Well, you can. You can be a whale for a long time. You can be a whale for good on Flow if you roll, if you defer. Like if you keep on putting it off, you can be a whale for good. So yeah, the liquidity, the flow, the contract is gonna always be there for you to put some Banker X in there and burn it and then get 1% of it back every day. That'll always be there. The key is the liquidity, and stockpile is the liquidity like that. And that's already if they can keep that incentive up in stockpile, that APY up and attractive, then it should continue to just keep going. You know, because as long as it's higher than the average thing, you know, I hear people talking about 40% APY, you know, 10% APY. I mean, stockpile is like 200%. Flow is 365%. One go around, but more go arounds if you keep rolling. Check. Stockpile is scary, yeah, because stockpile is like the same thing as flow because your stack goes up with the price of flow. So my stack is like worth $11,000 now. I ain't put that much in there. It just went up. So yeah, it's very similar to flow because it's very similar, pretty much almost the same contract outside of the burning and the Banker X. The comeback of Genesis Mining. Where you hear about that at? Just all out on flow yesterday. Gonna roll for 90 days. That's what's up, man. I read the white paper, but is there an infographic cheat sheet? The best thing you could do if you want to learn, I would say go watch that tutorial in the description box. I explain it pretty good there on how everything is connected and how it works. Someone commented and said that's the best Bankroll Flow tutorial, and I'm pretty proud of that. I think I'm gonna stop and give me a drink. Yeah, I'm still getting me a drink. Gas station. At the gas station. Bust this left right here. Put that thing in sport. Motor sport. Put this thing in sport. Sport. Nah, I ain't gonna get no alcohol. I'm gonna give me a synergy. Synergy, my new drink. It give me and it's good for you. Um, so yeah, man. Like it flow. I'm feeling good. Can't wait to get home and roll. You know, I was drinking the other night. I was drinking on New Year's. You know, I don't like about alcohol. It don't taste good. It's not good. it's just not. It's not tasty. So I end up drinking it and not even getting drunk because I don't drink it. I remember being at that New Year's party and holding that drink in my hand for the whole night. I ain't drank none of that shit. Smoke though. Kombucha. Yeah. 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 What else is going good? Flow. My hex steak's been kind of dry because I got some small ones coming now. But that's good though, cause hex is cheap, so I'm not selling big bags low. I'm thinking about starting back buying hex, man. I watched Richard Hart live stream last night. I'm like, damn, man, that nigga always got me FOMOing in the hex. He's always talking about, he don't tell you how high hex is gonna go, but at the same time he tells you how high hex is gonna go. Like, he does it really an interesting way of telling you how high hex is gonna go. I don't get further price predictions, but people don't know how high hex can go. Bitcoin's up a gazillion X. But I can't get further price predictions. It's like, you're basically telling us this thing is going to go up like a million X. That's what you're basically trying to tell us. You know? So I'm like, maybe flow into hex for the long stakes while it's on a dip. Man, I can't wait till Tron has a DEX with ETH and you can just go straight to the ETH blockchain. Straight there. You ain't got to go swap it. That'll be dope. What y'all think? $50 per uni this year? Yeah, uni looking good. I have a bag. Man, I'm really thinking about doing that car thing, man. Renting out, getting a car, driving it, and renting it out at the same time. You know what I should do? I should try it with this one. I should try it with this to see if I get any clientele. Any clientele here. You know, I would move to Miami just to do that. As a Porsche just drives by me. The Porsche, correct. That's what it was, too. I seen one Lambo truck since I've lived here. So now I don't want it no more. What I want that Maybach truck. But I'm trying to hold out. I'm thinking I'm gonna wait. I want to wait until it's like, right now that should be like, I'm signing my life away, aren't I? But, every time I drive through here, I wish I could see. That's where I start thinking about, like, yeah, I want to come up, bro. I want to get this place called like the Marina. These big brick houses at. Leave the car seats in. Value upgrade. That's what you think? You know, I was thinking about that. I was like, damn, I got car seats. I'm gonna have to, like, that's something that I'm gonna take the car seats out. When I want to, I gotta take the car seats out, and then I gotta put them back in. It's like, almost missed my stop. I never go right here. You know, but I think that might be the hustle though. Like, if you in the right place, you gotta be in the right place. Then, like, how can you compete like with the big renters? You know, like how can you compete with the folks in Miami that's renting out, that's got the big rental dealerships? I guess have cooler cars, huh? Let's go in the gas station. Excuse me. Something light, you know, it's light. Little starter kit, starter car. Appreciate it. Yep. Please have them. Yeah. We're just gonna look up at the counter. I don't think they even have them here. Nope, they don't even have shit, bro. Keep the no mask though. I was just about to say no mask. They don't even have shit yet. For what? Yo, this is what I say. If you ain't dead by now, nigga, you good. If you ain't dead by now, you're good, bro. It's all right. You're gonna be fine. All right. Just did a few 365-day steaks. I'm in South Carolina. You pretty good anywhere in the South, man. Get some chapstick. Nah. Is 2K a good amount to start with? Any amount is good to start with, as long as you can afford to lose it. I like how I said that. No mask savage. I mean, some people wear masks. I mean, I take it if I ain't got it, but if you done came in contact with it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I've come in contact with it, I'm sure. So I ain't dead by now. I ain't gonna die. You know who I heard say that? That's what my uncle said. We was sitting in the restaurant. I was like, you know what? That's real shit. Like, if you ain't died from that shit by now, nigga. And as much as I've been out and going out like that, like sometimes I'll wear I'm gonna go in Walmart and I'll wear my mask. It's more people, you know. It's a longer trip, so I'm thinking about it. I'm more aware of it. I'll probably put on a mask. But just jumping out and hopping in somewhere, like, I'm not even thinking about the damn mask, bro. It was like 2 or 3 people in there that had. I mean, that's not good. It's not good to be around people who don't have on masks. If you don't have on one, but nigga, suck my dick, nigga. If I wear one, I wear one. I'm not about to be stressing about that shit. It's important. I never really put in the sport like that. All right. That trading X6, that was a lease. I leased it. I wish I would have bought it. Well, no, that was a lease. I'm testing out to see what I like more, leases or purchasing. I think I might be a lease boy. Well, I don't know. Like, what I don't like about the leasing is it's not yours. You can't keep it. Worst case scenario, you gotta take it back and you don't have anything. Um, Best thing about it is you get a new car every couple of years. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool. So I'm testing out like this right here. I rushed when I got this. This is a Jaguar. It's 2020, but I think I probably would have ended up getting something else if I would have took my time. Because of what? Because of what? I had a lease that was over, and I had to get something. I had to hurry up and get a car. I had no car. So yeah, man. I just want to. Oh, they in the front though. So yeah, I had a lease that was over. I had to get a car. I still be driving the X6. You see what I'm saying? So it's catch 22, man. They gonna get you. They gonna get you. They gonna get you. They gonna get you. They gonna get you however they want to get you. It ain't you ain't gonna win. The one way you probably can win is buying a car and renting it out as you drive it. Rent it. Mm, mm, mm. You know, especially if you can get your payments low enough. If I can get my payments, if I could get my payments low enough on this, I could rent this out for cheap. So you have to put more down. I probably would get a lot of renters in the summertime though. Yeah, Turo. I downloaded that yesterday. We know what I did. I went on there. I looked at some expensive cars, see what they were doing, and I seen only like 24, 20 people weren't really getting them. I mean, depending on how long they've been on the app. But I seen like it was an old Porsche though. What was the nicest car? I seen like a Mercedes on there. He had like 21 trips. I'm like, 21? How long you been? You better just join this app a month ago. 21 trips. You been on there a year and you ain't got but 21 trips, man. But I guess it's cool just to have it. You know what I'm saying? Like I could set that shit up right now. Somebody hit me up. Y'all want the car for a day? All right, give me a couple $100. You know, put that, stash it away for the car. Yeah, cause I want to have nice cars, but I don't want to pay for this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to pay for it. Like the Lambo truck right now is a little bit. I mean, not a little bit. Well, I could afford it, but it would be painful to do every month. You know, it would suck to have to do that. Same for the Maybach truck. Like this right here, you know, sacrifice a day of dibs, nigga. You know, um, let's put it like this: if my YouTube can pay for it, then that's cool. Once I gotta start reaching in crypto, that's when I feel like I'm not safe because crypto can do anything. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about like liabilities. If my YouTube channel can pay for it, me just doing videos, just YouTube ad revenue, then yeah, I'll do it. Once it gets out of that, it's not a good idea. It can go bad. Yeah, that's why I say I don't cash out. I don't. I might cash out some crypto once a month just to pay for my car. But that's just because it's like I don't want to reach into my bank account. I want to top it up to pay for this. But I could just let my YouTube pay for this. So yeah, I wanna have some type of business though, man. Cause like today, I don't want to do a live stream today on my main channel. I said I don't feel like doing a live stream today. I don't really have nothing's really going. So I'll talk about flow, but I don't really feel like looking at charts. Nothing's really. We're just chopping. So let me just be saying the same thing I said yesterday. It's already kind of getting repetitive saying the same thing every day because it's like, yeah, it's going up. Everything's gonna go up, bro. So I want to have something that I can do. Like y'all might not like this, but I eventually want to stop being a crypto YouTuber. You know, I like what Bandman Kevo does. I like what he do. Just stunt and talk. You know what I'm saying? Can I do that? I can do that. Let me just stunt and talk real quick. Yeah, man, get your credit straight. Got 100,000 on my neck. You know what I'm saying? 300K on my neck. Get your credit right. Buy you some Bitcoin. That's all I really want to do because that's really the good advice. That's the real advice. Get your credit good. Buy some Bitcoin. My cousin wrote me last night. She's like dying to come down here and talk to me about Bitcoin. I'm like, man, you ain't got to come all the way down here to talk about Bitcoin. Just buy it every week. That's all you need. Cause that's all I'm gonna tell you. Just buy some Bitcoin every week. I ain't gonna tell you nothing crazy. You ain't no YouTuber. That's gonna take you about 3 months of That's gonna take you 3 months of 3 years, really 5 years. 5 years of research to get to where I'm at, to where you can talk about it like I'm talking about it. All right, guys, mask. Now, what I do with my mask, what I like to do with my mask, I do this, right? I'm here with it. I don't like breathing in my own filth. You feel me? You breathe out carbon dioxide, right? I don't want to breathe that shit in, man. All right, man, let's go get it down. Right there. It's great. I'm live. And I can call my wife, asked me where it took me so long, and say, look, this is all the places I went. I was live streaming the whole time. I ain't do nothing. Fuck this though. Fuck this. Fuck this damn mask. Can't even breathe, talk. Such a lie, bro. You're not really breathing in your own filth. So when I breathe in what I just breathed out through the mask, it's not coming back in. Sure feels like it. Excuse me. You know, I figure everybody wearing masks to protect me. You feel me? Everybody in here got on masks. That's what's up. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. Thank you for your service, guys. Y'all protecting me. You feel me? That's that Craig Grant type of mentality. That's that Craig Grant. Y'all protecting me. I say thank you. Okay, here comes Trey. He's got everybody put your mask on. Trey's coming. Y'all see it.
Insert cash or select payment type.
Trey making runs. It was worth the trip, man. It was worth it. Worth every second. Trey making runs. That's funny. It's the most ripping and running I did in like a month right here. Ripping and running. Pink level. Get in the car. Do you games what? Yeah, back. Okay, let's see. Drinking that booch. That boocha. 1087, nice. If any of us found out we were operating on by a doctor not wearing a mask while operating. You all see. Yeah. I'm not a doctor though. NYC, yeah, you need to get out of NYC, man. It's like when I hear people when I hear about people that's in NYC talk, it's like they on another planet. Like I watch Joe Budden podcast, and they talk about the world like it's going crazy. I'm like, nigga, you need to get, because we're pretty much back to normal. Everything's pretty much normal here. Everybody's working, doing what they got to do. Just put on a mask every now and then. Everything is open. Everything is open. There is nothing that is closed here. Like literally, everything here is open. And I hear about New York, and it's like them niggas are still like in the house. Like, talk about freedom. Anyway, that's crazy too, man. Like people stuck. They don't have no choice but to live there. Yeah, man. I want to ban man Kevo it. Police so nice out here too. Like I don't never have any problems with police. Ever since I changed what I drove, I never got pulled over. When I rode around with my rims on my Mercury, I had a 2000 Mercury with 22s on it. I was always pulled over. Nigga, because you look like a drug dealer. Once I started driving once I got my Camaro, it kind of slowed down a little bit. So yeah, I'm about to go home, sit back, kick my feet up. First, I'm gonna roll my dibs, collect my TRX, roll my dibs. Time is right time. 72 minutes. I'm gonna definitely have to show her this stream. She is not gonna believe I just went to pay for my car. Yes, she will. She trusts me. We're at a different stage in our relationship. We're past that type of thing. But yeah, man, as far as like the crypto, like I think my main channel will, God willing, God willing, my main channel will turn into me like, and I still want to do like finance because that ad revenue from finance is clutch. Like I definitely want to stay in finance, but maybe like I'll branch off into like real estate. Probably give me a couple of chains. I might give me like a Bitcoin chain or something like that. Start doing real estate. Maybe do a car rental if I'm not scared. I'm scared of that. That shit is scary to me. Buying a car and trying to rent it out. I think I would test the waters with this. I'm gonna test the waters with this. I'm gonna clean this car up. Test the waters with this. Put this on Turo this summer. See how it does. But I'm gonna probably have to move, man. If I want to pay off, if I want to get pay off a Lambo or something, maybe bike week. I might get it in on bike week. Somebody rent it out. I'm gonna be wanting to drive that shit on bike week. You know what I'm saying? And what happens if somebody steals it or crashes it? I don't know. Airbnb, yeah, I want to get into all that. Because crypto moves too fast, man. It changes too quick. It changes so quick that you have to do content on it every day, right? And not every day, but if you create some content, well, this is what I meant to say. If you create some content around crypto, you have to upload it that day. That's what I meant to say. You can't just upload. You can't work on it. You can't edit a video one day, edit some more tomorrow, edit some more the next day. You can't do that with crypto, but you can do that with real estate. I want to take my time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm about to get out of here. I want y'all to know where I live at. I'll see y'all on the Telegram. Peace.